Alright, so this is about the 5th time I've tried to film this, but here we go. Talking about hair dye. The dye that I use is Beyond the Zone, Color Jams, blah blah blah. Everyone seems to hate it, but I'd just like to right off the bat say that I think the main problem why people don't get good results with it is because I found when you're using this dye, for some reason it works better if you have like slightly dirty hair. And by that I mean like don't put it in your hair like right after you get out of the shower or something. Like you need to wait a day or two, depending on like how greasy and gross your hair gets. You don't want to like wait a week without showering, if that makes sense. Just like a day or two. That's just, I don't know why. Just something about clean hair. It doesn't like clean hair, but if your hair's kind of dirty, it seems to soak in good. And another thing is that your hair has to be light. You can't put it over brown hair and expect it to be a vibrant color. That's not how semi-permanent dyes work. And I watched a lot of reviews on Beyond the Zone stuff just out of curiosity. And it seemed like that's what everyone's problem was, that they were trying to put it on hair that either looked like, I don't know how to put it, it either looked really damaged or it was like a darkish color. Like certain colors such as like maybe purple, or I'm just gonna say purple, like a dark purple, if you put that over brown, it's gonna look like something, you know what I mean? Like purple or red. How about that? Purple or like dark red. It's gonna give you a tint, but it's not gonna be vibrant, obviously. It's not gonna, like, you can't like put baby pink over brown and expect it to be like a piece of candy on your head. That's not how that works. You have to have light hair. You have to have at least like, I don't know, medium blondish hair. And another thing that I've heard people complain about is unevenness. And that is a thing if you have unevenly bleached hair. Obviously, that just kind of, is that not common knowledge? I don't know. It seems simple enough for me to understand, but if you do have some little like patches throughout your hair, it's not going to be as vibrant there, obviously. But in my experience, even the parts that aren't like as vibrant, it still looks fine. Like it doesn't look disgusting or anything. And as far as like leaving it on, like time-wise, obviously with any I don't know, semi-permanent dye, vegetable dye, whatever you want to call it, you want to leave it on for hours. And I'm talking hours, because it's not got like crazy chemicals in it that's gonna hurt your hair. So you can leave it in for like ever and be fine. And as a matter of fact, I think that Beyond the Zone is actually good for your hair. I have a hunch that that is why my hair is still in such good condition, because this is the only dye that I use. It's literally like conditioner for your hair. Like, after I rinse this out of my head after having it in for hours and hours and hours, it's like, it's 10 out of 10. Even if I just had bleached it like a week ago, it's like really good condition. And that might just be me, I don't know, because when I do anything to my hair, when I bleach it, I have to bleach it a bunch of times. When I dye my hair, I sometimes even have to dye it twice just to really get it good, depending on the color, obviously. But I think that's just my hair, because my hair is really, really touchy. Like it doesn't like foreign objects in it for some reason. But I'm like, you know what, hair, you can just suck it, because I want you to be blue today. So that's just how that goes. And once again, like I said, just to reiterate, do not put this in your hair if you just took a shower. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't think it's going to turn out well. From my experience of doing that, it has never turned out good at all. Wait a couple days and then put it in, alright? Trust me. And then also, don't try to put like turquoise or I don't know, pink over brown hair. Like, it has to be, it at least has to be blonde. You can't put it over like dark blonde or light brown. It has to be blonde, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to necessarily be white for a lot of colors, like the darker colors, which I'll show you people in a little bit here. But yeah, I just don't know why that's even necessary to be said. I don't know why that is. It just seems like that's what everyone's problem is. Like, I watched a video of this chick that tried to put the turquoise over her brown hair that was like, had like light brown streaks in it, and expected it to come out looking like the swatch does. Like, that's not how that works. Do you not know anything about hair? Okay, sorry, I'm a little frustrated just because like I said, I've had to do this video like 4 times now, and I really don't want to have to do it again. I'm just really frustrated. So yeah, let's get on to the actual colors that I have used. And yeah, so we are gonna start with the Tripped Up Turquoise, and it's my favorite color, if you can't tell from these pictures. The first picture was the first time I ever put it in my bangs, and as you can see, it doesn't look like 10 out of 10 or anything. Like, it looks pretty disgusting in some points, but that's just because if you go watch my video about bleach that I did, like the bleach that I've used, my bleach experience, the first time I ever like actually lightened my hair was with Sun-In. And Sun-In is pretty much this like lemon juice type stuff that you spray in your hair and then you add heat to it and it lightens it. It's not bleach, but the whole, like, obviously the way I applied heat was a straightener, so that's not very good for your hair. So I would have been better off bleaching it, and it would have actually went blonde, not like dark blonde in a weird color. So that is why it looks so disgusting in this first picture. But in the next picture, I have it over, what kind of bleach is it? It was the Manic Panic bleach, which, at the time worked great. I don't know if they might have changed the formula by now or not, because that was like a few years ago, but as far as I know, that's some pretty good bleach. I mean, my hair was pretty light. I'm gonna add pictures of all the different, like, bleached phases that I've had in that bleach video, so if you want to see, you'll know what I'm talking about. And this picture, though, it's kind of, you can tell it's faded a good bit, but it still looks good. Like, it doesn't look like a gross green, really. It's just, it kind of fades into a nice light blue-ish. So yeah, there's that. And then this the set of pictures is, from what I can remember, fairly freshly dyed, and it's over the same bleach job. You can kind of tell because my hair cut is the same, if that gives you an idea throughout these pictures. But it's pretty vibrant, and you can see there's some spots that are a little, like, not as turquoise or blue or whatever, but that's honestly my fault, and it's just because I'm lazy and I didn't want to have to keep re-bleaching my bangs just to do a couple of strands of hair, so just disregard that. And then we are going to move on to, what is it, the Raspberry Kamikaze. Now, in the first picture, this was also over my bangs that had Sun-In in them. It's not actual bleach, like I said, so it looks kind of wonky. I mean, it looks alright, but it didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to. And as far as I know, these next pictures are really old, but I'm pretty sure I have the Raspberry Kamikaze and Purple Passion in my hair. I'm sure you can tell the difference, but I'm almost positive those are the two colors. And in this picture here, Katie is the one to my left, obviously. She has the Beyond the Zone Crimson Storm in her hair, and it looks a little weird because she previously had some splat purple dye in her hair, that refused to leave. Like, it would not get out of her hair for some reason. Like, she literally eventually had to end up cutting it out of her hair. That's how stubborn it was. So I don't know about that. I've never used Splat, but anyways, she has Crimson Storm over it. I personally like that color a lot for some reason. It's just really nice, you know. It's almost kind of like dark fuchsia. I don't know. Maybe that's just because she has purple in her hair, but anyways. And then we're gonna move on to a little sad story of the Bubblehead Pink or whatever. I don't know. I'll put a subtitle of sorts. I tried, as you can see in the picture, to put on the left turquoise, or tripped up turquoise, and on the right the Bubblehead Pink. And you can see on the left all the turquoise washed out, so you can see the actual color of my hair this time. This is a prime example of do not put it over brown hair of any kind, because it doesn't work, alright? It doesn't work. Please believe me, it's science, okay? That's not how it works. Your hair has to be blonde, okay? It has to be blonde. So this is my fault, obviously, not the dye's fault. I don't know what I was thinking. I was really just like, you know what, I'm just gonna dye my hair and see what happens. And it was really a waste because I used like half a bottle on each side of my head, and it was just saddening. But now we're gonna move on to more recent, which is whew, I dyed my hair with the Tripped Up Turquoise and Not So Shy Violet. You can see the Not So Shy Violets in the front and the turquoise is in the back. This was the, I want to say 2 days, maybe 3 days. Yeah, three or 4 days after I initially dyed it, and it's pretty banging. I mean, I like the colors really good, and obviously my hair's a little messed up, but yeah, and as I was gonna say, but I can't talk right. The Not So Shy Violet is definitely more blue than it is purple. It looks super purple when it's like just dye, like straight up. But yeah, I really like the colors, and you can see in the second pictures here, it looks a little weird, but that's just because it's a little faded, and also my hair wasn't like perfectly blonde, if that makes sense. Like, I pretty much put this over like a weird orange color, so that's why it looks really strange in some spots. And yeah, once again, my fault, not the dyes. I'm impatient, and I just you know, YOLO, as the kids say. But you can see in some spots, like closer to my roots, the turquoise is really bright. Like, it's pretty nice. In some spots it just didn't take because, like I said, it was darker. My blondness was darker. It wasn't very blonde. But I'm in the process of getting my hair to that point right now. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video about all of that some other time though, because I've yet to bleach it twice. I've already bleached it once since these pictures. And then we're gonna move on to just the Not So Shy Violet, and just ignore the fact that I look disgusting in these pictures. I don't know why, but I like this color on my whole head, but it just doesn't look right on me in particular. I don't know why, just like my skin tone or something. I don't know. Maybe I just look disgusting in these pictures and it ruined it for me, but it's a good color. It just looks strange on me for some reason. And now we're gonna go on to the Purple Passion, which I did after the Not So Shy Violet. And it looks really like bright and pretty in the sun, but if you're not in the sun, it looks black with like purple highlights, and I actually really like that. So it is a darker purple. It's not like bright purple or like, I don't know, lavender or anything, but I really like it. And yeah, so far that's the only Beyond the Zone that I've used personally, and well, the one that Katie used. But the only other one that I have to talk about, the only other color I have to talk about, is the Huckleberry Blue, because my dad at one point had a blonde mohawk type thing and he wanted it to be yellow and blue, and he used the Huckleberry Blue, and for some reason that color, and my mom's used every color by these people, by the way, but I can't remember. As far as I remember, they were all nice because she had rainbow bangs at one time. So yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Huckleberry Blue. When you put it in your hair, it looks nice and everything, but when you rinse it out, regardless of the lightness of your hair, regardless of using cold water to rinse it out, once you rinse it out, it looks like you had blue hair for months and it had faded to this gross, like, nasty color. And I don't know if it's just me and my dad's hair type. I don't know, but it looks gross. But my mom came to the conclusion that if you just mix another color, like, I don't know, the tripped up turquoise, for example, because it's blue, if you mix some of that with it, it somehow, like, fixes it, and it's still about the same color as it shows in, like, swatches and whatnot, but it doesn't do that weird, like, faded thing. So she says. I don't know. I didn't do it personally, but she had rainbow hair at one point, so yeah, that's all I've done. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. See you guys later. Sorry you can't see my beautiful face. I'm just not feeling it right now, so yeah.